Hello, all. Legal regulations of multinationals. Multinationals operate across multiple jurisdictions, require compliance with international regulations, governed by global corporate law principles, enhance economic integration and trade, subject to domestic legal frameworks, impact global financial and economic systems, governed by host and home laws, include taxation, labor, environmental regulations, key drivers of globalization and trade, enforceable through treaties and agreements, comply with WTO and OECD guidelines, adhere to Foreign Corrupt Practices Act, obligations under anti money laundering laws governed by cross border dispute resolution systems subject to international investment agreements, operate under bilateral investment treaties, controlled by trade embargo restrictions, need corporate social responsibility compliance, follow global sustainability legal frameworks, aim for stakeholder and shareholder alignment. Types of legal regulations, taxation laws for multinational corporations, trade compliance with customs regulations, labor laws for employee rights, anti corruption laws to prevent bribery, environmental laws for sustainable practices, foreign exchange laws for transactions, intellectual property protection in global jurisdictions, consumer protection laws across markets, anti money laundering laws for operations, data privacy laws in global regions, competition laws to prevent monopolies, corporate governance under international standards, contract law for cross border agreements, investment laws in host countries, export and import controls enforced internationally, sanctions laws impacting certain regions, dispute resolution laws through arbitration courts, financial reporting standards for transparency globally, securities laws for public listed operations, health and safety laws for compliance. Details of legal regulations, tax treaties reduce double taxation, anti dumping rules regulate fair trade, WTO agreements bind multinational trade, OECD ensures responsible corporate behavior, anti corruption standards prevent global bribery, UNGPS enforce business human rights, global labor codes ensure fair treatment, climate change laws impact industries, investment treaties protect foreign investments, privacy laws require data compliance globally, transfer pricing impacts tax planning, FCPA prohibits corruption in transactions, EU GDPR protects global data privacy, Sarbanes Oxley mandates financial transparency, IT Act governs technology driven corporations, SEC regulations impact multinational listings, UN conventions regulate cross border disputes, arbitration laws ensure dispute resolution fairness, mandatory disclosure increase shareholder transparency, CSR rules enforce ethical responsibilities worldwide. Examples of legal compliance: Amazon complies with global tax rules, Apple adheres to EU GDPR standards, Nestle observes child labor prohibitions, Tesla follows global environmental standards, Pfizer ensures compliance with patent laws, Microsoft prevents bribery under FCPA rules, Google abides by digital privacy laws. Walmart maintains ethical supply chain practices. BP complies with climate related disclosures. Unilever operates under UN sustainability frameworks. Nike observes anti sweatshop labor regulations. Toyota ensures compliance with emission standards. Facebook adheres to global competition laws. Coca-Cola meets consumer protection requirements. HSBC follows anti-money laundering laws strictly. Procter and Gamble supports sustainable packaging compliance. Netflix respects content copyright globally. Tata complies with corporate governance codes. Boeing ensures aerospace safety compliance worldwide. Uber observes local transportation regulations. Relevant case laws: Union Carbide case, environmental negligence liability globally; Viking Line case, labor laws harmonized across borders; Nestle versus Doe, child labor compliance responsibility clarified; Google antitrust case, market dominance challenged internationally; Microsoft versus US, data protection across jurisdictions resolved; Apple versus EU, tax evasion compliance highlighted globally; Coca-Cola versus Belgium, consumer protection law enforced globalized; BP oil spill case, corporate environmental liability reaffirmed worldwide; Enron scandal, corporate governance lapses emphasized internationally; Tesla versus EPA, compliance with emissions laws upheld worldwide; Hawaii versus US, technology trade laws scrutinized extensively; Volkswagen Dieselgate, global emission standards enforcement; Uber versus EU, employee rights under platform economy clarified; Philip Morris versus Australia, trademark rights and tobacco regulations; Shell Oil Nigeria case, corporate accountability for human rights; Facebook antitrust case, competition law enforced on platforms; Rana Plaza collapse case, labor safety accountability enforced globally; ExxonMobil climate case, climate related disclosures globally mandated; Pfizer patent case, intellectual property protection reaffirmed; Walmart versus Mexico, anti corruption standards globally examined. Conclusion: legal frameworks guide multinational operations globally, ensures ethical practices for business sustainability, strengthens compliance across diverse jurisdictions, regulates trade and competition law globally, promotes corporate accountability internationally effectively, protects stakeholder and environmental interests worldwide, enforces legal safeguards through treaties globally, encourages transparency and ethical responsibilities, balances corporate rights with societal duties, strengthens international investment confidence worldwide, advocates stakeholder centric multinational governance frameworks, aligns domestic and international legal principles harmoniously, enhances cross border corporate dispute resolutions, fosters sustainable economic globalization effectively globally, promotes innovation under legal security worldwide, builds transparent multinational trade ecosystems collaboratively, supports robust financial accountability globally, balances corporate interests with ethics globally, encourages policy reforms for corporate integrity globally, builds trust through law compliance globally.